comic book fans, I'm Jason. It is the 8th of November 2017, and you are watching Comical Weekend because, yes, it is the best day of the week, new comic book day, which means I've got a brand new stack of comics that I'm going to share with you right now and talk a little bit about what I'm expecting from them. So, 24 books this week. One week I will get a week where it's less than 20. I'm positive there will be a week somewhere eventually. I keep dropping books, so I'm kind of like, why are my holes so big? Like, not that I mind because I love my comics, but I think I've struck on it. I may be dropping books, but I'm still adding books, and I kind of think for your list to go down, you need to not do, and you're dropping books, you do not need to add books. I haven't quite got that lesson down yet, but I'm getting there slowly. Anywho, we're going to kick things off with the indie books, and we're starting with Image, and we have Birthright, issue number 28. I'm way behind on this, but I've been loving this series. It's been brilliant, and I really want to get caught up on it. We then have also from Image a brand new book called Port of Earth, issue number 1. This is a sci-fi book. I was kind of 50-50 should I pick this up. I love my sci-fi, so I'm always willing to give a sci-fi book a chance. And I kind of flicked through it, and the art didn't stand out for me until I got to this page, and I was quite intrigued. The whole premise of the book, I understand, is that aliens make contact with Earth to set Earth up as like a spaceport for them to kind of their ships to stop up at, and with like a business deal, we'll give you all this futuristic technology if you let us use Earth as a port. So this is kind of in that world and kind of what comes from that. So I'm quite intrigued by it. It's a different kind of premise, no alien invasion, so to speak. It's a business deal, and I think that's quite a different thing. So quite intrigued to see what that's going to be about. We then have Royal City issue number 7. I've got 2 issues this to read, which I will read this week. So that one will be on my pile to read this week. We have from Valiant Harbinger Renegade issue number 0. I think looking at next month, sorry, there's no Harbinger Renegades next month, so this could be the last issue. It's a good time to be reading Valiant because they're relaunching a lot of the books. We've had Exo Man of War, which is up to issue 10. We've got Ninja K, which started last month. We've got Bloodshot Salvation, which we've had the first 2 issues. So it's kind of a good time to jump in if you're kind of curious about Valiant Comics and their characters. It's a good time to kind of try them out. We then now jumping over to DC. We have Action Comics issue 991. I've got the last issue still to read. I do like these lenticular covers, but I'm not as impressed with the art on this one. Yeah, it doesn't look the greatest, but I still like the whole lenticular cover thing. We have one of my favorite Rebirth books, Detective Comics, and it's issue number 968. Tim Drake has returned, and he's the center of this story, and it's just been all kinds of awesome, and I've absolutely loved it. Now, I can totally understand if you're not a Tim Drake fan, you're not going to dig this story as much, but for me, he's my favorite Robin, hands down, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really digging on this. It's been really good, and this would definitely be the first book I read this week. We then have a Batman Lost issue number 1, which is another Dark Knights tie-in. It's a one-shot, I believe. I didn't realize this was $4.99 until I got home and I saw, oh, $4.99. But it's a shiny cover. I am a child of the 80s and the 90s. Give me a shiny cover and I'm happy. I'm like, oh, shiny thing. So yeah, I'm a sucker like that. But I am intrigued what they're going to do because there's a lot of creators on the cover listed down there. I don't know if you can see how well you can see them, but there's a lot of creators listed there. So it may be a collaborative effort, and they kind of can be hit or miss. They can either strike gold or it can just die horribly. So we will find out. Hopefully for $4.99, it's going to be gold. We then have The Flash, issue number 34, which I'm still catching up with that. We have Hal Jordan, The Green Lantern Corps, issue 32. And this features part 3 of Bats Out of Hell, which features the Justice League going up against the Dark Universe Batman. So this is the last issue I really enjoyed. The first issue, which was in The Flash, that was alright. last issue, the one in Justice League Part 2 was really good. I really enjoyed that. Loved the structure of the story and how they did that. That was really good. So I'm hoping more of the same with this, and we keep the upward, going upward, and each issue getting better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. We then have Ragman issue number 2. I kind of like the first magical superheroes I read. I read a book around Infinite Crisis time called Day of Vengeance, which was awesome. It's all about the Spectre, who declares war on magic, and so he's fighting all these magic kind of based superheroes. And this group put themselves called the Shadow Pact. I think they even had their own comic afterwards for a bit, and Ragman was one of the characters in that. So I've always been curious. Then when I saw him pop up in Arrow, I was like, oh, yeah, I know Ragman. And so I was intrigued with this, and I was trying to be good. I was trying not to add any miniseries because I kind of want to stick to my ongoings. And if a miniseries is good, I kind of want to pick it up in trade instead. I kind of think that's probably a better use of my money, and kind of like my like weekly money will go towards my ongoing books, and then if there's like I say a good trade, a good mini series I can pick up and trade. But then I kind of succumbed. I had a bit spare cash, and I succumbed, and I picked up issue 1, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm picking up issue 2, and I'm really interested where they're going to take the book next. We then have Riddler and the Outlaws issue 16, which I'm still catching up on. We have New Superman issue number 17, which is one of the best kept secrets in comics. It has been a truly terrific book, and I always look forward to this. Always near the top of my pile of books. So yeah, looking forward to catching up on that. We then have Titans issue 17. Love the cover. Looks very dramatic. The traitor revealed. So I'm looking forward to getting into that and seeing what happened in there. We then have Wildstorm Michael Cray issue 2. I was super surprised with the first issue because I was 50-50 whether to pick it up. But I'm glad I did because I really liked it. I liked how they wrote the character. He seems really interesting as kind of this hitman with morals, and he'll only kill people that deserve to be killed. And he's going up against an evil Oliver Queen, who in this world is Green Arrow, but he's really a bit sick and demented. So, if anybody, if you're sick, evil, and demented, I think you're going to make Michael Cray's list. We then have Wonder Woman issue 34. I'm still on the Rucker run, so I'm kind of still in Paradise right now. The rest of you, I understand, have left Paradise Island, and you're not having a very good time with Wonder Woman. I'm kind of in conflicted whether I should be dropping this, but I kind of feel as well I should give the creators a chance at least. So hopefully when I catch up with this, hopefully it'll have righted the ship and I'll be hearing good things about it. But like I say, I'm still in Paradise, and I'm not in a rush to catch up with that one. Now jumping over to Marvel, we have Daredevil, issue number 595. Going back to this original numbering, legacy numbering. Still the same writer, which is brilliant. Um, I kind of think Charles Soule's a good fit for this book, with him having that lawyer background. I kind of think to write a lawyer, he kind of brings a lot. Like when he wrote She-Hulk, and had a really good run on She-Hulk, and he kind of like he knew all the legal stuff, so he kind of added that to it. But he's also a really good writer, and so you have a good writer who's got this specialism that he can write about. So to write a lawyer character and tell stories, he's going to do good. So I've been enjoying that one. We then have the Despicable Deadpool, issue 289. I've got the last issue to catch up on this. The issue before that, the first Legacy issue, I enjoyed kind of. For some reason, Deadpool wants to kill Cable. We don't know the reason yet, or at least we didn't in that first issue. And he's ripped Cable's arm off, but then somebody comes from the future and take Cable away because, well, he's wanted. So Deadpool cuts his own arm off and puts Cable's arm on because Cable's time travel tech is in his metallic arm, so in his cybernetic arm. So he then uses the arm to try and travel and find where Cable's gone. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. It was a good start to this book, but I'm interested to see how it's going to go. We have Miss Marvel issue number 24. Way behind this, I can look over there with my pile of comics over there, and on top I've got Miss Marvel number 10. So I'm like 14 issues behind. I really want to catch up with this because I loved this book. It's one of my favorite books that I really enjoyed. But also it's kind of a book that as well my wife liked. You know, my wife isn't really a big comic book reader, but this was the one book that she would read. So this and Saga, sorry, yeah, this and Saga she'd read. So it always holds a special place in that because anything I can bond and do with my wife is always a good thing. And I'm keeping that clean. So yeah, it's a PG video. Next up we have Runaways, issue number 3, which I enjoyed the first issue. Issue 2 I didn't enjoy as much. I kind of felt like you needed more knowledge to read issue 2, where issue 1 was just a good story. So even if you didn't know the Runaways, you could still enjoy the story. But last issue, yeah, I kind of felt a bit outed. So I'm hoping this is going to turn it back around. And I'm going to stick with it to the end of the first arc and see how I feel. We then have She-Hulk, issue number 159. Love the She-Hulk. I wasn't too keen on her series. I picked up, I think, at the first arc I picked up, then I dropped it because it just wasn't doing it for me. So I'm hoping now. I think we've got a whole new creative team, so I'm hoping they're going to take it in a more interesting direction and do some more good stuff with it. We then have Spider-Man vs. Deadpool 23. So I've been loving this. I like how these characters play off each other, so that should be good. We then have Star Wars 38, a brand new creative team. No more Jason Aaron on the book. So that's going to be intriguing to see what we're going to have there. I kind of felt it's time to change creative teams. I love Jason Aaron. He's one of my favourite writers. But I do feel it was time to change the creative team of this book. It kind of, I think I'd run out of steam. And I feel having maybe a fresh creative. I still feel, you know, personally, I'm hoping a new creative team will give the book back the energy that it once had and make it like a book that I really look forward to again. But I kind of feel that maybe we've run out of stuff for this time, and maybe we need to jump forward to the gap till after Empire and the gap between Empire and Jedi. Maybe we need to jump to that gap and kind of concentrate on that. But we will see what we're going to do with this one. We then have Uncanny Avengers 29, which I'm just sticking to this book. All kinds of interesting cover there with Juggernaut on the cover. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that. And then we have X-Men Gold, issue number 15, which I don't know, is this the final part of Mojo Worldwide, or is it a 6-part story? But yeah, I'm still catching up on both Gold and Blue, so I haven't really got into Mojo Vision yet, but I'm looking forward to getting it. So that is it for another week. Those are all my books that I've picked up and read. I'm getting out of this habit. I had a habit for a while of at the end of my video, I'd say, oh, I'm going to do this video then. And every time I said that, it wouldn't happen. So I'm trying to get out of that habit. So I'm not going to tell you about any videos coming up. I will hopefully, though, be back with another comic or weekly video next week. I hope you all have a great week. I hope you're well. Hope you have a great week, chock filled with comic book goodness. I've been Jason. You've been watching Comic Haul Weekly. Keep reading, and bye for now.